guys and girls. In case the video quality or audio quality in this recording is a bit different from what you usually are used to, that is because I'm currently recording on a backup phone that I borrowed from my mother, since my main phone, which I usually use, is in for repair, because I got really tired of it randomly restarting or shutting down. And I found out that I still had some warranty left. I actually thought it had ran out last year. So yeah, I'm really happy, because that means I don't have to invest in a Nexus 6P. Even thought that would maybe make the quality a little bit better. Or maybe even, if I really wanted good quality, invest in a Lumia 610, which I hear is really good because of its Carl Zeiss optic. But that of course isn't the reason why you tuned in for this review of One Punch Man, isn't it? So let's talk about One Punch Man, which, oh man, this episode, oh man, it's so great. It's so great, man. I understand why some people, I cannot recall if it was on Google Plus or if it's in the comments, said that I should really look forward to the Alien arc, which I presume is this arc. Because first of all, we have this Malzahgard, you know, the guy from the previous episode that looked like he was made of clay and had all those heads. He actually is at such a disadvantage towards against, like, I think 3 or 4 S-class heroes, that he actually is planning to send one of his heads up to order a strike on the city. You know, one that like the previous one that basically destroyed all of city A. So yeah. However, that head he sent was stopped by Metal Bat, which I don't know if he has any superpowers, Metal Bat. But then again, you don't need superpowers to actually be a hero. Just look at Mahmut Rider in this episode, because, oh man, I love him. He is willing to go into a war zone, or what could be technically considered a war zone, just to basically save people, like he does in this episode, by basically giving them a ride back to a shelter or something. So he is a real hero. And let's get back to Metal Bat and Malzahgard and that strike, because I like the guy who basically has sat in charge. He's basically like, when it's ready to strike, because apparently it has to power up, he's basically, oh, no orders from the octopus guy, which is another enemy. I cannot remember his name because it's really complicated. And then he presses the button, and then all of those warheads is basically getting fired. And it looks like, okay, it's over for our heroes. But then Tornado basically takes all the warheads and sends them back. And the guy there, he's basically like, I wanna go home. That is so funny, guys. And back to Metal Bat and Malzahgard, because Malzahgard seems basically invincible, because no matter how much they destroy his body and stuff, he basically reforms. However, Metal Bat, I don't know how he got his hands on it. He gets hands in some blue marble, I would call it, or soulstone, which, yeah, I would say it's a marble. It's basically formed like a blue marble, and when he crosses it, the head he is fighting is basically melting, and I like how he says, "Ooh, that's disgusting," when the head is basically, shall we say, melting, man. So those marbles are kind of like soulstones in WoW, where basically they house the souls of each of the heads, and when the heroes find that out, they basically destroys all of them. And oh man, I cannot recall how they did it. All of them. I know that prisoner, he basically bites over his marble, and oh man, it's so funny. I also like when Saitama, he fights, let's say like that, what's called tentacle octopus dude. He basically are like, oh, you're gonna leave, then you're gonna take a ride, and then go straight ahead. And then Saitama is like, no, I'm gonna go left. No, go right. And then he comes in and then he fights against this dude who are basically like, I'm the ultimate psychic. And I kind of wanted to see him and Tornado fight, because I kind of want to know who is strongest, Tornado or this alien. I would really love to see that. Oh man, because it's also funny when he's like basically saying, I'm so strong with my psychic abilities that I can control gravity, and what you stands in is basically like a black hole. Not even the light can escape. And Saitama, he's basically like normal. He's not even affected by it, man. It's so funny. And then this alien, he basically are gonna use his ultimate attack, where he basically shoots a lot of stones and stuff to him. And Saitama, he basically takes it and says, what a waste of psychic power. It's kind of like throwing pebbles. Everyone can do it. And then he one-shots him by throwing one pebble at the head of him. So yeah, really, really funny. Oh man, I love that. And then when he comes to the leader, I think he was called Balso, man, and he tells how he was basically searching for a person that could challenge him, because he was so strong that no one in the universe could challenge him. And the only thing that basically kept him being happy was that something that looked like, a Cthulhu in my book has prophesied that he would find an enemy that would challenge him. So he's kind of like Saitama. And what we find out is that when Saitama, he's basically like getting bored, or basically like that it's not right to do that, and he basically hits him. And of course, most of us would have expected him to get one shot. However, the only thing he destroys is the armor that seals the power of Balsa. So now Saitama has to fight Balsa with all his power, basically. So yeah, and yet I still think that Saitama will one-shot him, because his strength, man, Saitama. I think the only reason why the alien wasn't one-shot was because the armor was basically what he kind of targeted. If he had hit the head of Balsa, I think it would have been GG for that, man. But yeah, and also let's say when Balsa, he unleashed his ultimate power, and shall we say the prelude to the fight in the next week's episode, which I'm really looking forward to. I think a lot of people that was epileptic got some, shall we say, they basically got spasm or whatever you call it, because that was a lot of flashing light, man. That was, or not epileptic, I think it's called light sensitive now. I think, but still, you know what I mean. Basically, people that gets stuff, that can't handle that without going in spasms. So yeah, they maybe should have given a little warning in the preview, in the start, that this episode featured that, because but then again, it's not US, so but I'm pretty sure the US version will contain that, because And the final thing I must say is, I like the smile that Sonic, the guy, I cannot recall him, the villain, he basically makes that smile. Oh man, so great a series, One Punch Man, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. And with that, have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I'm gonna watch I think Ruby, because I really should get to that. See you guys later, cheers.